Hello and welcome to the Snapdragon Studio YouTube channel. Today I am going to do something a little bit different, and I'm going to just introduce myself. I haven't done that for ages. There's lots of new subscribers to this channel, which is wonderful to see, and I thought it would be good to have just a short video that I could pin to the top of my page. So, who am I? I am Jane Lindsey, and I live in the heart of Scotland, very near to Loch Lomond. We're right at the edge of the Loch Lomond and Trossachs National Park, so right at the beginning of the Highlands of Scotland. It is a stunningly beautiful part of the world. And all of the surroundings here have such an impact on the way that I live my life and the work that I do. My path to this point hasn't exactly been straightforward. I started off in my 20s as an art gallery curator. I looked after the collection of British art for Glasgow University, which is the Hunterian Art Gallery. A beautiful collection. But I decided I didn't want to do that anymore. And in 2000, about the time that my younger daughter was born, I stopped doing that and retrained in horticulture and set up a business growing cut flowers organically. And I was right at the forefront, one of the first kind of micro flower farms that was set up in the UK. Did that for about a decade maybe. And then life got in the way. I developed an autoimmune condition, and a big part of that was chronic fatigue. And I just found that I couldn't do the hard physical labour that was involved in flower farming. And it was really that hands-on growing that I particularly enjoyed. So I gave that up. I turned to crafts, and I kind of scaled a retail and wholesale personalised crafts business. Right to the point that I burned out, and I didn't enjoy it anymore. Didn't want to do that anymore. Instead of selling people things, I really wanted to help people make things themselves. So I created a space which is called The Studio, which is an online creativity club, and I started that in 2016. And since then, that has kind of been at the heart of everything that I do. It's a place for teaching and learning and supporting each other. It's a place where we look at not just making things. So there is a lot of sort of like tutorials, and we do natural dyeing, we do printing with plants, and all kinds of things. But it's more than that. It's a place to look at history and ancestors and folklore and nature, and to support each other in sort of fully expressing our creativity, to support ourselves in finding time for creativity. And alongside the studio, I have my own kind of creative practice, and at the moment that is dyeing small batches of wool and silk embroidery threads with plants that I have grown or foraged. And what interests me is using unusual plants, not sort of like the ones that you could go and buy at dye supplies, but ones which were probably traditionally used, ones which there is very little written about, and exploring how I can get amazing colours out of them. So this YouTube channel really brings all of that together. Creativity, history, social history, the way that sometimes we kind of abandon creativity, and what can we do to kind of rejuvenate it, to bring it back to life. I'm interested in abandoned projects. I'm interested in why we make. And because I think this should be at the heart of everybody's lives, you know, creativity, it's such an essential part of being human. Because of that, I have supported places in the studio. We are not the kind of making site where it's all about buying new supplies. It's this big make, do and mend kind of ethos going on in there. So that is what I'm wanting to show in this channel. And if any of this resonates, I would love it if you subscribed, if you comment, or if you want to take the conversation forward and have it in a wonderful, supportive place, then details of how to join the studio are underneath this video. Thank you, and till next Friday, bye-bye.